Morning folks, it's a Friday, it's 2nd of August, we're on another little ride out. Bit of a tester on this one. It's going to be mainly motorway, so probably not going to video all of it, probably just bits and bobs. So we're going from East Sussex, where I live, up to my mum's house, which is Cheshire, just not a million miles away from Manchester Airport, a town called Wilmslow. Those of you who watch Housewives of Cheshire will probably be familiar with it. That's filmed in Wilmslow and Alderley Edge. Alderley Edge, of course, has the dubious accolade of being the place in the UK that sells the most bottles of champagne per head of population. There you go. Yeah, home of a footballer's wife. There's a lot more to it than that. I was brought up there, I lived there for 40 years. Well, not quite 40 years, but you know, I've had involved. I certainly brought up there, went to school there. Yeah, nice little town. Used to be a thriving little town until Tesco and Marks and Spencer's funded, or part funded, the Wilmslow bypass, which everyone wanted at the time because the traffic through the town was quite significant. But unfortunately it killed the trade because everyone just went shopping at the retail parks after that. So you find Wilmslow now is a pretty good place to go for a night out. There's good restaurants, good bars, all that sort of malarkey. But yeah, not so great. Well, I suppose there's a few little boutique shops there. It's alright. It's not amazing for that sort of thing. There's better places to go. So yeah, so it's about 260 miles, most of it motorway. It's going to take us A21, M25 up to the M40, and then we'll go M40, M42, M6 toll, and then the last little bit, just a little O roads through sort of Holmes Chapel, Alderley Edge, all that sort of stuff. So bit of a test for the bike. Some tests for some other bits and bobs as well. Got a new cardo system on here. I've upgraded from a Freecom, I think it was, Freecom 4X, and I'm now on the Pack-Talk Edge because the Pack-Talk Pro brought out recently, has dropped the price ever so slightly on some of the lesser models, and obviously this was the flagship model until recently. Not that bothered about the crash detection and bits and bobs that you get on the Pack-Talk Pro. Upgraded the speakers in the helmets. We've got the big ones now, so we'll see. Well, I've got no intercom to compare it with, but nothing much. Yeah, so we'll see what that's like, and I'm on a new GoPro as well. So up to now the channel's completely been filmed on my GoPro Hero 10, and just got myself a Hero 12, so I can have a little experiment with a few bits and bobs with the Wi-Fi features on it and stuff, which I'm not going to do today. I'm running it exactly the same way that I've run the Hero 10, but we've got the max lens mod 2.0 on it instead of the 1.0, so the raw video will be in 4K rather than 2.7, and it's got a slightly wider field of view, I think. So yeah, alright, let's see what that's like. So a few little tweaks. Like I say, I'm still editing on an iPad, and the iPad's 4 years old, so it's not the best solution, but it's all right. So we'll see what it's like. Like I say, I'll keep just want to put a few miles on it, nice motorway miles, and then we'll get this up to 2,000 miles. We're not a million miles away from there now, to be fair. I'm going to drop the oil and change the filter on it again, which is well in front of the schedule. The schedule's 6,000 miles, so I do have a bit of OCD about oil and filters on cars and motorbikes. I generally change them well in advance and significantly more often than is required. But then, never heard of an engine complaining about having a nice new filter and clean oil in it, so it just keeps my my pride and joys ticking along. Oil and tyres, generally fairly important things to keep. You don't want to scrimp. You don't want to scrimp. Flipping hot today is all I can say. Cool. I tried my best not to get overheated then, and then I got thwarted at the end because literally. So I manoeuvred the bike out of the shed, in shorts and a t-shirt. Put it in its final sort of place, and then as soon as it's really humid today. I think it's going to be about 26 degrees, and I think the humidity is somewhere near 80% or something. It's mega. So yeah, I knew it was going to be hot, but literally as soon as I started putting stuff on, it was getting very hot. So yeah, so obviously I know I've taken this down the motorway before. It's not the most enjoyable experience, and I've got, I don't know, 3.5, 4 hours of it today. So we shall see, we shall see. Nice one. So I'm probably going to switch you off for a bit, and then we'll see how it works. Alrighty, see you in a bit. So it wouldn't be a trip down the M25 unless we found ourselves in the 50 mile an hour average speed check thing, which goes on for miles. Oh joy. See you in a bit. 50 miles away from home. My arse is killing already, I've got to be honest. I don't think I'll be doing this too often. Heavy rucksack and a sore arse are not the way to travel. Having said that, it's warm, it's quite pleasant, it's like riding abroad. You know, you've got that warm air hitting you in the face. Let's just get away from it. It does feel, the reason I switched the GoPro on is because it does feel like people are actively trying to block. I'm not getting angry about it, but it's weird if people are like moving across. I just don't quite understand the mentality really. So we're still on the M25. We are 65 miles away from home, and we found traffic again. Most people are pretty cool actually. I've had a van driver try and race me. I don't know why. This guy in front has got his girlfriend on the back, and he's pretty safe actually, and I'm getting a good masterclass on filtering from this guy. He's yeah, I like the way he's doing it. He's very slow and deliberate, and yeah, it's a nice masterclass. I'm just following him. It's a guy from earlier actually. I've sat behind him. He's not going stupid, he's sticking to speed limits. He obviously knows he's got precious cargo on the back in the form of his young lady friend now, who seems to be doing all the waving for him, which is quite nice. And yeah, most cars moving out of the way like that guy there. And let's say you get the odd one who really does not and goes out of the way to actually block you, which... If you do it last minute, if you do it at the beginning, you know what you're expecting, it's fine, you can sit behind them until a gap appears. But if you do it as you're next to them and start squeezing you into a truck, and I've had that once today, that's not so much fun. But hey, I just wonder if they realise what the actual potential consequences of actions are here. So anyway, this guy in front's cool. He's obviously a lot more set up for touring than I am. With this massively heavy pack on my back. Weirdly actually, I don't know whether my bum, my bottom, my derriere has just gone completely numb now, because I got to about 40 miles and I was definitely considering just going into the first services, or getting to the first sort of overpass, spinning it and going home and just taking the car up, because I was in a lot of pain. That seems to have settled down now. Getting a bit of an ache in my shoulders, that's about it, and my bum's alright, and I think yeah, perhaps I just needed to settle onto the bike, who knows. Anyway, I feel better. Okay. Yeah, people don't really give a fuck. Second seems to work quite. Oh, that's a rather nice Beamer, isn't it? Very nice. Big bike that on the left, isn't it? Looks like rockets sticking out the bottom. to a 60, maybe. Right, I need to start getting left. That was the M25 then, folks. We're heading off down the M40, or up the M40 more to the point, towards Oxford in Birmingham. Yeah, undid my jacket then to allow a little bit of airflow, shall we say, over my chest, and my helmet kept sticking to the Velcro on it, so I couldn't turn my head back when I looked over my shoulder. Not the best, not the best. So I'll have to be hot. Oh, could have gone straight on there, mate. Never mind. Right, see you later.
At the roundabout, take the third. Turn right.
Come on, darling.
Then turn right.
Oh, fuck, mate. It's like wacky races, this. What are you doing? Oh, fuck's sake. So we stopped at Oxford Services on the M40, just making our way back to the M40. Didn't bother stopping for fuel here, etc. I think I'm basically going to go a couple more services down and stop there, maybe. I think it was just getting a bit hot. Oh, what a mission, just getting to the toilet. I think it'd be easier if you're with someone, because then you can basically, you know, take it in turns and just guard your gear. Whereas when you're on your own, it's what, 29 degrees. Whew, it's hot, man. And that big long walk, I should have parked right next to it, but I didn't. Bit of a noob at this motorway riding. And yeah, let's just say walking to the toilets with all this gear on me was a bit of a mission. Oh well, back on the motorway, round 2. Oh, that feels nice, bit of airflow. But it's good to get off a bike for 20 minutes. Very good. Oh, that's nice, man. So we've got about 160-ish miles to go, so we've done the first 100. It's okay, just take our time, I think. I think it was definitely about 100 miles. I was definitely ready to get off. So I've put the backpack on slightly different now. So put my shoulder straps slightly longer, so the seat's taking a little bit of the weight, and I've deployed the waist strap just to give it a bit of support. and we'll see what that's like. Might be a bit better, because I think before it was just my shoulders were aching, because I think I was taking too much of that weight on my shoulders. So we'll see. It's not ideal, as everybody knows. I'm sure anyone who tours and watching this will be happy to remind me that long trips with backpacks are not advisable. However, generally when I'm going out, I'm just going out for a quick lap up and down an A road, and, you know, an hour somewhere and an hour back, with no luggage whatsoever. So not really worth me setting myself up for touring, because it's this is a one-off really. Yeah, something a bit different, something a bit fun. But yeah, I'm 68, which in real terms is about 63. We're not exactly blistering our way down the motorway here, but that seems like a fairly comfortable speed, man. Once you start hitting above 74 on the clock, which is probably above 70, it starts to, it depends on the wind I suppose, but yeah, you do start to feel it a bit more. So yeah, the plan is to stop at the last services before we hit the M42. Fuel there. Maybe. I think we'll be led by this. I mean, you'd think motorway speeds, you'd be using less fuel, just sitting at a steady 65, 70. We shall see. Till later on. Cheers guys. And we found traffic, so I'm filtering, so switch it back on just in case someone puts a killer move on me. Thanks man. Thank you. Yeah, 20 mile an hour seems like a pretty good filtering speed when everyone's slow. I think if you're going much faster, if everyone's sort of going 30, then it's probably not even worth a filter. It's unusual to get M40 traffic like this, so there's obviously an incident of some description. Accident, yeah, it says it on that board. Alright then, see what happens, eh? Didn't see anything, that's the end of it apparently, but still got heavy traffic by the looks of this. Ew, it's not great. No, it's not. So, fueled, full tank. I took 9 litres. It's a bit weird, I can't remember what size tank this is, but it's either 14 or 17. I need to look it up again. I can never remember these things. But yeah, I had a fair bit left, but it was on the last segment. It wasn't flashing though, I suppose, so who knows. Right, let's get in. That bike looks very unstable. But yeah, that was it was Cheshire Valley, I think. Last one before we hit the M42 anyway, so yeah, so hopefully this fuel will get me all the way there now. We've got about just over 100 miles left to do, so we'll see. We shall see. Tell you what though, this bike was not made for long distances. But yeah, definitely making those shoulder straps a bit longer and putting a bit of the weight on the pillion seat of this rucksack. It's helping a little bit. Managed to get a quick mouthful of water then as well, which definitely helps. So yeah, we'll just keep plodding on. I think it is probably going to be about 5, maybe half past by the time I get down there, because I can't imagine I'm going to do this in one hit. We'll see. Don't think I'm going to go down a toll road, just purely because of the ball ache that's involved in trying to get a credit card out of this lot. I can't brave the M6 and filter. Let's see how it goes, eh? All good fun. All good fun. Right, see you in the next instalment. See you in a bit. A day of many delights today. And lots of cars stranded on the hard shoulder. I'm guessing the temperature's got something to do with that. So what we've got down here, everyone's slowing down. We've got cars filtering in from the left. I think we're going to give them a bit of room. We'll see. Might just be this junction that's messing everyone up. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? You might be on. If you're on, we're just leaving the M42, coming onto the old M6, not the M6 toll. Like I was probably speaking to myself, I'm totally out of sync with whether this GoPro's on or off, so might be just talking to myself at this point. Who knows? Either way. Yeah, old M6, just purely because it's too much of a faff to try and do this M6 toll with all this gear on. I'm trying to get my card out with gloves and a helmet on and my bag on my back. No, I'm just not set up for it. Oh, that looks like national speed limit applies. Should we have a bit of that? Oh, good. Well, the motorway's just been traffic. I suppose summer holidays, isn't it? Traffic and between 27 and 29 degrees, which that's not a lot of fun. Although we've been filtering a bit, that's made it a bit more fun. Had a few people trying. I don't think people. You get the odd one who tries to take you out. Not often though. Majority of people just blissfully unaware, and I get that, because when people filter down my inside on the M25, especially when you're going fast, I mean, I'll generally only filter if the traffic's going less than 30 mile an hour, or even slower really. I mean, my average filtering speed is about 25, because I just think you've got a bit of reaction time to play with there. Whereas guys that filter much faster, hat off to you geezers, because I think I'd die very quickly doing that, because people just don't see you and they move, and it's very hard to react to them. Ugh, my asshole is getting numb again. Don't fancy the hard shoulder though, because it's going to be, I doubt we're sweeping it each time, so it's going to be full of shite. I don't fancy picking something sharp up in my tyre. Thank you very much. Oh, 2 lane shut. That's good. This be entertaining then. Fucking hell, make your mind up, guys. You just said the fucking outside 2 lanes were shut in. Now it's the bloody inside one. It's good here, isn't it? Right, you on? Yeah, you're on. For joys of a British smart motorway, do you see that? Basically swaps us from one side to another because they just don't seem to know what's going on. Is DPD letting me out? No. No, I ain't doing that. That is way too fucking narrow. We might manage that. We might manage that. We did DPD anyway. There's got to be some bloody benefits to riding a motorbike. My back is killing me. My knees are aching. I'm hot. I'm sweating. Whose idea was to come down the old M6? What a twat. Oh, we're doing 20. Really? Stranded vehicle, I believe. It must me up, the fucking lane's really narrow on this. So we're kind of Stafford area. I think there's an accident ahead again. So guess what? Traffic. We love it. Not. Mental. Everyone rubbernecks. As soon as you passed it, speeds up again. Right, I'll switch you back on for the twisties unless we find more traffic. Literally, it's for my safety, just filming that little bit of filtering, because I think people get a bit pissed off that you're going past them, but you're not wearing a big coat in 30 degrees. Yeah, 30 degree heat. So yeah, it's a bit warm still. All good fun though. I'll tell you what, I'll be glad to get off this bike after this. Definitely need to stop a lot for this stuff. Good fun though. Come on man, out you come. Not racing. 73 is pretty good speed for me. 73. It's about what, 68, 69 allegedly. Yeah, it works. it is rush hour, so it's busy. See you in a bit. What's going on?
Watch out. Object on.
It might be it. Come on. Let's get a bit more speed going. Oh yeah, I'll do it. What a load of shite this is. I've had enough. Trying to figure out what time it is. What does it say? 5:45. Yeah, still rush hour. It's taken me longer than I hoped this has. Much longer than I hoped. It's like Stafford's last bloody... Where are you going? It's raining. Of course it is. Got drips of water going down the back of my neck. It's quite refreshing, I suppose. Dropped the temperature down to 22 degrees. I'm sat behind Mr. Dayglow man with all his panniers here. But we're glad to get off the motorway now. We've got about another 10 miles of motorway. Hopefully these are showers and they'll be short-lived. Trying to get the rain off my visor using the old trick of just turning your head to the side. It seems to work a little bit actually. Just damn busy, isn't it, on the roads? No fun. I think when I come back I'm going to set off about 9ish. Probably hit the finish points after rush hour then. Probably still going to get a nice amount of traffic going on now. It being summer holidays and all that. Hey ho. We're up north, lad. Bloody rains all the time. Switch you guys off. Speak to you in a bit when it gets a bit more interesting. We are in Manchester nearly. Can't you tell? Jesus. Boy, it's supposed to be... I checked the weather. It's going to be dry. Well, this is Manchester dry. Still, at least we got to dump the motorway in half a mile, which is nice. There we go, back to my motorcycling roots. Oh, okay now. Alright, I'm going. I'm having you. It's hard to tell just how rain it is once you get a load of rain on your visor, especially on that motorway because it was so greasy. That's a one ball. we're heading into Holmes Chapel. She's nice, isn't it? Oh, tell you what, mate. I was going to get off and stretch my legs, but I actually think, in view of this shit weather, I'm just going to crack on. Oh, that's better. Stretch on my bike. God, that's quiet. I just need to get off this bike now. I've had enough. Had enough. Oh. I feel every fucking minute of my age at the moment. Aching knees, shoulders, and then just to make it good, the only fun bit of the ride, which is this next bit, is now fucking wet. Right, so I can hear you loud. Why can't I hear the bloody phones and things? I turn the volumes up on all of those things. Yeah, cheers. It's been 30. Fucking hell, they've ruined my route. This used to be one of my old scratching routes. They've ruined it. I mean, it used to be a little bit down there, but not all this. Right, this is 50. Are we going for it? No? Well, I am. Sick of sucking on your spray. So we're just coming into Goosery. We have a nice part of the world. We have that rather big radio telescope. Spent a lot of my youth riding these roads, and when I had my Renaissance and came back to bikes when I got my old one. Yeah. And it's raining again. Of course it is. Oh, mate. Oh, come on, let's go for it. So this takes us over towards the road that takes us into Audley Edge. Although I don't think we're going that way. We'll go down. I think we'll do the bypass today. So straight on we've got traffic lights and Audley Park, which is like an AstraZeneca place. I had one of my first, well, I wouldn't call it a proper job, first jobs there. It was working in the kitchens for the fountain room, chopping salad up. Oh god, that was a miserable job. But yeah, I think we turned a lot of it into houses now, but it used to be a massive site, pharmaceuticals. Oh dude, lots of groaning coming from me now because I am not in a good place. Although according to my wife, there's a bottle of wine waiting for me at my mum's house. Oh, fucking hell. Alright. think we'll go through Wilmslow actually. Let's see what's changed. This is coming into my old town where I lived for, well, I went to school and was brought up and lived for many a year. Come on, bud. It's not strictly true, that is it? Of course, it's been about a year since I was last here-ish. I'm sure there was bloody traffic lights here last time. What can you do? Oh, I'm not bothered about getting to the front this time. We'll take a nice cruise through. We'll cruise. I used to blast around this town on an RD125 when I was 17. It was very nostalgic. Coach and 4.
At the roundabout, take the second exit on B5166, Manchester Road.
Oh good. Not pedestrianised bit, but it's straight on. That used to be a road, you could go down there and everyone used to ride up and down there on our, well, down there, because you couldn't ride up it because it was one way, on our little motorbikes, because we thought we were cool. Starbucks is still there, Tesco Express still there, BP garage still there, God knows what that says, what's that, 900 degrees? That used to be a barber, so I used to get my hair cut all the time. Oh, we're nearly here. Thank God for that. Well, people, we're at the Bluebell lights. This is kind of like where I turn right from my mum's house. And yeah, used to be a shop there where that's white. We used to get cigarettes from her when we were kids. Like you do. Like you do. Can't remember what that's called. Highfield Estate, that's it. And this is my mum's road. Well, thanks for joining me, guys. That's a long, bloody, drawn-out motorway thing. I won't be doing that again on this bike. Well, I've got to go back on it, so I'm doing it once more, but I won't be doing it after that. Catch you next time. Bye. Hello, Magpie.